Hi everybody, I'm Heather Dawson. Well, it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California every week on our show. So let's start off with a tour of headlines that made news around the state. Glendale. Well, the economy could be the reason older men are going back to college. More men in their mid to late 30s are registering for classes at Glendale Community College, and the proportion of men on campus has grown from about 40% to 50% during early registration. Fresno. Fresno is becoming an energy power player, ranking third in the state for the number of kilowatts its solar projects produce. Now, the city also ranks fifth for the number of solar projects or roofs, with Clovis close behind at seventh. Coachella, no one goes hungry in the desert, at least not for the month of July. Hidden Harvest, a nonprofit group working to curb hunger across the Coachella Valley, has given away 7 million pounds of fruits and vegetables to thousands of residents in need. San Diego, for the first time in nearly 50 years, the nearly extinct mountain yellow-legged frog has been rediscovered in California. The San Diego Zoo's Institute for Conservation Research nurtured an egg to young adulthood. Now that's something that's never been done before in captivity.
Each year, more than 100,000 people come here to San Diego for Comic-Con for a chance to make their pop culture fantasies
take flight!
Comic-Con is the one place where you can soar past the Gotham City skyline in a Superman cape and not stand out. And it gets bigger and more outrageous every year. For those who weren't able to get passes to the sold-out event, there will still be plenty of things to do outside the convention center, many of them free. Wired Cafe is always a popular spot for those looking to see and be seen. Then, of course, there are the superhero-sized, star-studded parties. Like this one aboard the USS Midway Museum, sponsored by Crave Online and TNT's hit show, The Last Ship. It's crazy and crowded, but unlike anything else. And it's totally worth it to go downtown that week, even if all you do is people watch. Bringing you the best of California from San Diego, I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
Well, every summer, Napa celebrates the census with the Festival del Sole. The festival blends wine, food, and music, featuring concerts by some of the world's most celebrated musical artists. Monique Sultana introduces us to one of the many emerging artists at this year's festival.
In this region, wine is typically on the tips of everyone's tongue, but during the Festival del Sole, music takes center stage.
The love of my husband's life is wine. The love of my life is music.
Tatiana Copeland has music in her heritage and makes it her mission to pass on her passion.
Festival came to me and said, okay, you have a choice. Do you want to do a major dinner? Or do you want to start supporting something like the Young Artist Series? So I thought, this is great. You get to provide free music to people who may not be able to go to the festival otherwise, and you get young or emerging talent, and you support them.
This year, all eyes are on one young artist.
It's great to come to places like this where you actually get to be so close to the audience, and you get to meet people. And it's not as distant as a concert with orchestra.
World-class cellist Johannes Moser was born in Munich and picked up the cello at age 8. Says the secret to his success starts with a fire within.
It's practicing, but it's also, to have a lust for practicing. I mean, if you practice and it's hard for you, then where's the point? There's no point in doing that.
Johannes is committed to sharing his secrets with the next generation of young artists, showing them old school music can still be cool.
We go into classrooms and then we go to young people and we show, classical music actually can be very engaging and touching, and it can coexist besides pop music and besides, what you're listening to. So it's not either or, it's just complementary.
A sentiment Tatiana shares.
I think that you can improve the quality of your life, the quality of the soul of a child by showing him that there are things in life that can bring you happiness as with arts, as with music. And they're an endangered species right now.
If the arts are at risk, you wouldn't know it by this setting. A harmony of music, wine, and food, celebrating the art of life. Bringing you the best in California, from Napa, I'm Monique Saltani for California Life.
Well, drifting has become a very popular sport among younger crowds here in the States. But instead of sitting in the stands and just watching, our own J.R. Ibarra has found a place where any driver can get in on the fun and burn a little rubber.
If the idea of getting as wild as you can with your car appeals to you, then Thursday night drift at the Adams Motorsports Park in Riverside is what you might be looking for. Every week, gearheads young and old flock to this event and get a thrill by seeing who can keep their cars sideways with tires blazing. Most of these drivers are pure amateurs who are searching for that adrenaline rush in a very controlled and inexpensive setting. And while professional drifters might get some more fame and glory, these racers are just as thrilled to get a chance to participate in this very popular sport.
How long have you been drifting?
7 years.
What do you love about this?
It's everything I love about racing, all put into one. Lots of tires, yeah, crashes, fast cars. It's the best.
I love drifting. Best thing in the world.
What do you love about it?
Just the adrenaline rush. It's so much fun, and just trying to learn and get my car tuned right.
This weekly event isn't just for the wannabe drifter. Even full-time professionals like Sam Hubinet will bring out his high-horsepowered Viper and give the fans a thrill, while at the same time getting some more time to practice his technique, which he uses all across the globe in professional drifting.
We thought it was going to be a good idea to come out and just get my drift mode back in track. We have a big event coming up next week. It's really close to our shop. Basically, just kind of make sure the car runs good and get myself into a little more of a drift mode.
Thursday night drift is a fairly cheap thrill when you consider it only costs about $20 to take your car out and get it sideways. But you also have to include that extra money it might take to replace a tire or two after the evening of fun. Bringing you the best of California and really burning some rubber. From Riverside, this is J.R. Ibarra.
A new extreme water sport is making a splash on San Diego Bay. It's called Flyboarding, an action-packed Ironman-like experience that uses a jet ski to shoot you up to 40 feet above the water.
Basically, when the jet ski's on, it sucks up water, pumps it out, and then it goes out the feet.
Sucking that water right through the hose and through your feet.
Yeah.
The Flyboard first got its wings in France. Soon after, the guys from Aquatic Aviation brought it to the U.S.
We started the first dealer/rental company in North America.
It wasn't long before they set up shop in California, now offering both the Flyboard and the hoverboard.
California is known for having big snowboarders, celebrity snowboarders, celebrity skateboarders, that type of people in the state. So it's been awesome to bring this new water sport in the state. And what better place to start than San Diego?
I saw those guys doing it, and I was like, I definitely should try it.
You use the jet ski as a pivot point and go around in a circle.
And after a brief orientation, Brazilian tourist Alexandre Santos was geared up and ready for takeoff. Getting in some pretty impressive runs. And wipeouts.
It was pretty awesome. It's something different from any kind of sport, something new. I've never tried something like that, and it was awesome.
Would you do it again?
Yes, for sure.
We've taught over 2,500 people how to do this, all ages, from 15 to 70. It's a lot easier than people think it really is.
Sure. Determined to prove him right, I suited up for the challenge.
Okay, I've got my boots, I've got my life vest, I've got my helmet. Now all I've got to do is straighten up and fly right. Okay. Oh, it's cool.
But for this first timer, it was easier said than done. It only takes a few minutes, though, to get the hang of it. And once you do, your spirits, just like the rest of you, will soar. Bringing you the best of California from San Diego.
That was a good one.
I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
Okay, I'm done.
Born in California and raised in Hawaii, Eastwood has always been connected to the ocean. A surfing enthusiast, swimmer, and ocean lover, he has always been passionate about the protection of the marine environment. The Hollywood star recently joined forces with National Geographic's Save the Ocean campaign to inform others of the simple, everyday actions that you can do to help protect and conserve our oceans.
Love the Ocean is a campaign that promotes Davidoff Cool Water's partnership with the National Geographic's Pristine Seas project. We launched it back in 2009 with Dr. Enrique Sala, who's a marine biologist and a National Geographic explorer in residence. And we have a really simple goal. It's to find and explore the last wild spaces in the ocean. And we're working with partners like Davidoff Cool Water towards a global United Nations goal. And that goal is to secure 10% of the world's oceans protected by 2020. And just to put that into context, we currently only protect just over 1%. So we've got a lot of work to do, but we've made some great progress and inroads with Pristine Seas.
Many are unaware that the world's oceans cover 72% of the Earth's surface, but only 1% is protected. Also, Scott shared that 50% of the breathable air in our atmosphere comes from the ocean, making its protection of even greater importance.
I was really excited when Davidoff Cool Water asked me to be a part of this campaign. You know, I think we can all agree that the ocean is something that is worth protecting. When you think about it, it's what makes our planet unique in the solar system. It's really the giver of life.
The ocean affects everyone throughout the world, and if you're interested in coming together with Eastwood and National Geographic to save our beloved marine life, there are many simple ways to get involved.
Reek has a fantastic saying, which is we only protect what we love and we only love what we know. And by being more educated and engaged in this subject, that's a great first step. If you want to find more about the particular science and the expeditions, go to pristineseas.org and you'll find a host of information and also personal consumer tips as well.
Amidst traveling alongside National Geographic to become more involved in the reality of these organizations, Eastwood's also working on debuting in various upcoming films. The actor's latest film, The Longest Ride, will be released on DVD next month.
Let's go!
Eastwood was recently mentioned in an article praising good Hollywood genes. We talked with the actor about what it was like growing up with such a well-known and loved father.
He was great. He's an inspiration. I couldn't ask for more.
Thanks for watching us talk with Scott Eastwood as he continues to amaze his fans with not only his talent and good looks, but his compassion and heart for the world. I'm Madison Perry with California Life.
Back to school season is here, and for parents that means getting their kids ready for the school year. Coinstar, a leader in self-service coin counting, conducted a back-to-school survey of more than 2,000 U.S. parents to understand how they're budgeting for those expenses. The survey found nearly 60% of parents with school-aged children have a back-to-school budget, and 50% of those surveyed thought school expenses were increasing year over year. The survey also revealed that nearly half expect to spend between $100 and $300 per child this coming school year. When considering how parents are allocating their back-to-school budget, the majority identified clothing as the top expense. This was followed by school supplies, extracurricular activities, electronics, and tutoring. Parents who think they might need a little extra money could turn to their coin jar. 71% of those surveyed say they save coins in a jar or container at home for future use. To learn more or to find a Coinstar kiosk location near you, visit Coinstar.com. That's Coinstar.com.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website, CaliforniaLifeHD.com. We'll see you next time.
Watch us on our YouTube channel. Stay connected to our social media, like our blogs on Facebook. Follow our tweets on Twitter. And check out our posts on Instagram and Pinterest, where we bring you the best of California.